Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Journey to the World of Fairy Tales. Here is this week's tale, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Come on then, let's get started right away.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Goldilocks who lived in a faraway land. Goldilocks lived with her mother. They lived in a forest house. They were very happy. Goldilocks' favorite thing, of course, was playing in the garden, and every day she would go out to the garden and play. One day, while walking around the garden, Goldilocks decided to go a little farther, but she has gone so far. She looked around all of a sudden and she didn't know where she was. Where am I? Oh, I think I went too far. How will I get home? Oh, I got lost in the forest. If I go a little further, and she goes and goes, and guys, after all, she couldn't find her home. She wondered what to do. She was hungry, thirsty, and tired, so she walked a little further, advanced and approached a hut. She looked at the hut. As you can see, this is such a hut. Who lives here? And she made her way towards the door of the hut. She is at the door. She knocked at the door, of course. Knock, knock, knock. Is there anyone there? Knock, knock, knock. Is anyone inside? I think there's no one inside. Let me knock on the door one time. Knock, knock, knock. In fact, the door was open and Goldilocks walked right through the door. Goldilocks is in. The house was just a house. Who lives here? Then Goldilocks looked towards the table. What did she see? 3 plates. Warm, full of food like this. 3 plates. I think 3 people live here. There was a large plate, a medium plate, and a small plate. I wonder who lives here. Goldilocks tried to guess. I think a mother, father, and a child lived here. Anyway, as you can see, the food was very hot and she was hungry, and Goldilocks immediately took the biggest plate again to eat. Oh, it's so hot. I can never eat this. The food on the biggest plate was too hot and she stopped eating it. Then she took the plate is behind me and decided to eat from it. Oh, that's cold meal. I don't eat that either. Oh, 3rd plate. I better take the small plate. Maybe the food is really good. And the children, she took the 3rd plate and started to eat. Oh, very nice, so delicious. So it's all over. My stomach was already full. Of course, meanwhile, Goldilocks had been exhausted in the woods, that she was in a bad mood. Okay, Goldilocks looked around and saw 3 chairs and an armchair like this. Oh, let me rest a little. First, the screen and the big one you see sat on the chair. Oh, this is too harsh. Not good. Then she came and sat in the purple chair you see behind me. Oh, when I sit in this chair, I slide into this made of slide-free. I don't like this. I had better sit in that little red chair. I think it will be the best choice for me. And she's sitting in the chair. The chair was very comfortable, but as it was designed for a small child, as you can see, sat on the chair, it suddenly split into 2 with a crack. Goldilocks fell. Oh, and guys, she's very sleepy, doesn't know what to do, so she went inside, hoping to find a bed. Maybe she can get some rest there. Anyway, when she went inside, she saw exactly 3 beds. One is small, one is medium, and one is big. Oh, let me try them all. I sleep in that bed, whichever is best. And she lies down on the biggest bed. When she lies down, this mattress is so hard. I didn't like it. And not comfortable. I better get up. So she has gone to the medium bed. When she lies on the bed, this time she sinks into it. Oh, if I lie here, I will act all over in the morning. I never liked that either. And finally, she decided to try the purple one you see behind me. She come to the smallest bed, lying on the bed. Oh, that's it. It's great. Wow. Very comfortable. Both soft and comfortable. Great. Here I will sleep. And she closed her eyes and fell asleep, being exhausted. What exactly happened at that time? What happened? In fact, who are the owners of this house? 3 teddy bears. Mama bear, Papa bear, and the youngest baby bear. These three teddy bears have cooked their good food. The mother bear has made meals for them, but since the food was too hot, the baby bear wants to play in the forest to wait for it to cool down a bit. And of course, what did they do? Until the food is cold, they decided to spend time in the forest. And it's time to go home. Let's see what they will do when they return home and see the surprise guest. And of course, they have come home. When they get home, they would open the door, but they looked and saw that the door is ajar. They couldn't understand what was happening. What happened? Who opened this door? Curiously, they immediately decide to open the door and enter. At first, Daddy Bear come in. He went in and looked. Oh, what happened here? Why is the door is open? Did someone come here? They just looked at the table. They see all the food on the table was tasted. Daddy Bear said, "Someone tasted my food." Mother Bear said, "Yeah, they tasted mine too. It's time for the baby bear." Baby Bear said, "They tasted my food, but they didn't just taste it. They finished all my food, but I'm very, very hungry." Meanwhile, the teddy bear looks around and sees the chairs and the armchair. This time, the mother bear comes there, and the mother bear immediately says, "Quick, get over there. Get here quickly. See what happened here? Look at the chairs. Someone has sat in my chair." Oh, Daddy Bear comes. He also says, "Oh, someone has just sat in my chair too. The chair is out of place. I see and I notice." And finally, the baby bear comes. "Someone has sat in my chair too, but not only did she sit on the chair, he also heard it. Somebody broke it." Yes, guys, they don't understand who's come home. They don't know what to do. But the little baby bear starts to cry. He goes straight to his room. When the teddy bear enters the room, he looks around. A girl is lying on the bed. Oh, who's this? Mom, Dad, come here, hurry up." His mother comes. "Oh my God, someone is slapping my bed." Teddy bear say, "Yeah, someone slept in my bed too." What does the little baby bear say? Of course, "Mom, Father, not someone slept. Someone is still sleeping in my bed. Who's this girl who broke into our house? Who is messing with our stuff? Who is this girl who ate our food?" Meanwhile, Goldilocks opened her eyes. In front of her, three bears. Goldilocks is shocked. Of course, she's just a child. When she sees the bear, isn't she afraid? She starts screaming afraid. Ah! She escapes from there in such a way that you cannot guess. She runs and runs towards the forest with all her might. Of course, there's nothing else to do. She'll go home right away and she'll find a way somehow, and she'll never come back to the forest alone ever again. That was a good lesson for her. So what happens to the bears? Of course, they're astonished as they encounter this intruder. When they see the girl running into the forest, they just stare after her. But then Mama Bear prepares meals again. They sit at the table and start eating. And so they never meet Goldilocks again. And of course, Goldilocks will never come here again. Here we are at the end of this week's fairy tale. If you like it, please don't forget to subscribe. See you next week in a new fairy tale. See you soon. Goodbye.